I say a bargain's a bargain. I'm delivering that ship to you 3 weeks ahead of time. What are you kicking about?
I know, Trumbull. I appreciate your zeal, but...
But nothing. Trumbull Son reserves the right to name the ship. It's in the contract.
Yes, and I'm offering you $5,000 to let us name it ourselves. The Black Funnel line demands a name of more importance.
More importance? Inheritor of the Six may not be important to you or the Black Funnel crowd, but it's the most important thing in the world to me. There's the first one, Kincaid. And there's been an inheritor launched every time a firstborn son came into the family. 6 generations. Does that sound important to you?
I'm sorry. I forgot I was up against tradition. By all means, let it be Inheritor 6.
Well?
Excuse me.
I thought I told you to call the house every 10 minutes.
Aye.
Well, any news?
Man, the doctor said it'll soon be here to do.
Soon?
Aye.
I'll run right over.
You'll excuse me, but he said he don't want you yet.
You hear that, Kincaid? Barred out of my own house. All right, Mac. Tell Dr. Bogart I won't come till he sends for me. But if he don't send for me the minute that boy is born, I'll break every bone in his body.
Aye, sir.
Well, Trumbull, now you know what it feels like to be helpless.
Helpless, yes, but not for long. Inheritor of the Six is going to be launched this afternoon. A great day for me, Kincaid. You're staying, of course.
Wouldn't miss it for the world. Congratulations. My very best regards to your wife.
Sure, thanks. Well, what did the old ape say?
When I told him your message, he said he'd no risk the bone on his wee finger.
Good. Isn't she a beauty, Mac? She's got a sheer on her like one of the old Baltimore Clippers.
Aye, she has, which is more than can be said about yourself.
What's the matter?
Man, don't you realize what it's costing you for the privilege of naming a ship?
Sure I do.
Don't you see, if you let him name it, you make $5,000.
Well, what of it?
Oh, Brock, even supposing the pride and the son were worth the sacrifice. Have you gone daft? Why not wait and see?
Wait and see what?
And the good Lord moves in the mysterious ways.
Oh, so you were thinking that it might be a girl, huh? Well, stop thinking it. And that goes for everybody in this plant. Now, you go down and tell them. Go down and tell them that I said... Oh, hello, Joe.
Hello, Brock.
Sorry to have you drop in on me, Joe, just when I was...
Oh, I understand. After all, it isn't every day that a man is about to become the father of a child.
Of a son, Joe.
Oh, it's already happened?
No, but it's going to happen that way.
You've already got a marvelous daughter, Brock.
And? Oh, but wait till you see my son. Sit down, fella.
Oh, thanks.
Have one?
No, thanks. How's Catherine?
She's fine. Oh, she'll be all right.
I hope so.
Still faithful to Catherine, huh, Joe?
Why, yes. Yes, in a way, yes.
You were only a kid then. How old were you? 20? Yeah, that was it, Joe. You know, I was more mature, a man. Only natural that a girl like Catherine should...
Yes, I understand, Brock. Well, besides, a fella can't very well insist on a girl marrying him when he's broke.
Yeah, but look at you now. Warren and Company. One crane, a donkey engine, a pair of shear legs, new shingles on the roof. Why, say, fella, you're big money.
So big that I'd go to make you a proposition, Brock.
You want to buy me out?
No, not exactly. At least not yet. But you're building 2 tugs for the Norfolk Barge Company.
Right.
You'll be pretty rushed with the new Black Funnel ships. I thought I might take those tugs off your hands.
Uh-huh. And what would the Norfolk Barge say?
I'll build them right up to specifications in a first-class manner.
Well, that's mighty kind of you, Joe. But I wouldn't sublet a contract for a rowboat. Up to specifications, first-class manner. What does that mean? Nothing from a company like yours. But Trumbull Son means specifications plus. First-class manner and then some. It means a guarantee of quality with 150 years in back of it.
Yes, I suppose that's what the barge company is paying for.
You bet your life they are. Don't go around picking up crusts from the big fellas, Joe. Go out and get your own business.
I guess you're right, Brock. Well...
Wait a minute. You and I are going to drink to Brock Trumball the Sixth. Hello? Yes? What's that? I know it's a child, you fool, but what is it? It is? It is? Are you sure? It's a boy. Do you hear that? It's a boy. Go down and tell the men in the yards. Tell them they get 2 days off on double pay. Tell them we launch that ship this afternoon. Tell them anything. Get out of here.
Is that you, Alec? Spread the news that we burns a laddie. Aye? Aye. Oh, baby, it's a boy. It's a boy! It's a boy!
Where is he? My son. Where's my son?
In the nursery.
What do you think of your baby brother, Anne?
I haven't seen him.
No, why not?
I thought maybe you didn't want me to look at him.
Didn't want certainly look at him. But don't touch him.
May I just touch one of his hands?
Yes, I guess so.
I think my brother will love me.
Call Mr. Trumball.
Mr. Trumbull, the doctor would like to see you.
Now?
Yes.
She's not responding. She doesn't seem to care. I tried to rouse her, but you've got to talk to her, Brock. Give her some courage. Try and make her realize that...
Catherine.
Well, Brock Trumball, are you satisfied now? You've got what you wanted. You've got a son. God help you.
Catherine, don't say things like that. Haven't I always given you everything you wanted? I don't understand. You're talking as if I didn't care.
Well, I guess you tried to be a good husband. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters now.
Yes, it does, Catherine. You've got to live, to go on living. Your son, Catherine, I just saw him. You've got to carry on, even if not for yourself, for him.
Anne.
Mother. Mother. Don't go away and leave me all alone. Father.
Why, Anne, isn't it past your bedtime?
Father, please. I'm frightened.
Mustn't be frightened, Anne.
But it's so lonesome upstairs without Mother.
You're not alone, Anne. You've got a baby brother now.
But he's so little.
You better run along, dear. You're very tired. It's long past your bedtime.
Yes, Father. I'm sorry.
Anne? Anne?
Brock Trumball. I've told you a dozen times not to bring those rabbits in the house. Now pick them up. Come on, we're late.
All right. Here, Jack. Here, Jill. Come here, Ethan. Come here, Jack. Come here. Now, I got you. Now, come here, Jill. Come on.
All right, we won't be able to stop at Folly's and see the kittens. Now, hurry. Father's waiting for you. Hey, Brock, maybe you bring those rabbits to the house. That's the ring. I'm going to tell Father of it.
Oh, Father won't care.
I guess he won't.
Now, let me get this straight. You want Trumball Son to amalgamate with the Warren Company?
That's it, But we've grown, Brock. We've installed McCracken and the Fletcher brothers. And I've got an option to buy the new London yard.
Yes, I know. But listen, Joe, there's more to shipbuilding than that. You've got to have a history, a tradition behind you. An ideal that's carried down from one generation to another.
Quite true, Brock. But even Trumbull Son had to start small.
All right, Joe. Come around again in another 150 years.
Maybe my grandson will.
I hope he does. Meanwhile, come in. There's my answer, Joe. Trumbull Son. Come here, Skipper. How are you anyway?
Pretty well, thank you, Father.
What have you been doing? Playing boat?
No. Ann and I have been over to Polly Dayton's house. And Father, it was so strange and wonderful.
What was?
You know their old cat? Well, this morning she launched 6 kittens.
There you are, Joe. There's a merger for you. 6 more alley cats living off the parent company. That's not going to happen to me. Not as long as there's a Trumbull to carry on.
I don't blame you, Brock. And this is Catherine's boy.
This is Trumball Son. And you're going to see a lot of him when he's old enough to get into action.
Well, that won't make me sore, Brock. You want to get down?
Yes, please.
All right. There. How's your little sister?
Very well, thank you. Only she isn't little anymore. She's 18 now. She's down in the car waiting for me.
Oh. You like automobiles better than ships?
Oh, I suppose they're both good when you want to go somewhere.
And just where do you want to go?
Home. Ann and I are going to cut some cabbages for our rabbits.
I'll show you something that's lots more fun than raising rabbits.
What?
Raising ships.
Why didn't you bring your sister with you?
Father says the plant's no place for girls.
Oh. Well, I'll leave you with the son and heir, Brock.
So long, fella. Remember, you're always welcome, even if we can't do business together.
Thanks. Goodbye, Brock.
Goodbye, mister. He's a nice man, isn't he, Father?
Sure he is. But you never can tell the whole of a thing from outside appearances. Do you know what he wanted me to do?
Something bad?
Something very bad. He wanted me to join up his company with ours. What do you think of that?
I think it would be fine.
No. You mustn't say that. It wouldn't be.
Why not?
Why not?
We're his friends, aren't we?
Yes, but we're rivals, too.
What's rivals?
Rivals? Business rivals. What I'm after, he's after. You don't seem to understand what Trumbull Son means yet.
Yes, I do. Means you and me. You're my father, and I'm your son.
It means more than that. You come with me down in the yards, and I'll show you what it means. Come along, Skipper.
How do you do, Mr. Warren?
Oh, Miss Trumbull.
Why did you ever speak to me?
I've always intended to. Anyway, I'm speaking now. I suppose everyone tells you how much you look like your mother. When you smile, it's uncanny.
Did you know Mother?
Very well. You're exactly like her. You know, I met your brother just now in your father's office. He doesn't resemble either of you. But he's like her, too.
How do you mean?
She was gentle, ethereal.
That's like Brock, all right.
Maybe you're like that, too.
Oh, no, I take after Father. I'm really very fierce and stubborn.
Well, in that case, I must be going along. Your father's given me all the ferocity I can stand for one day.
Did he beat you down?
He annihilated me.
Yes, I know.
Well, I hope I'll be seeing you again, Miss. May I call you Anne?
Well, of course. Goodbye, Mr. White.
Goodbye.
See, son, that's the way we do it now. When I was a youngster, we used to build the bulkhead right in the ship. It was all right, but pretty slow work. Oh, here's something I want to show you. Right over here. Tomorrow will be yours today, son. You're going to christen this ship. The biggest we've ever built for the Black Funnel Line. There you are. Trumball Son. That's been the quality mark of ships ever since we built our first one.
From up here, Father, it looks as if we were floating on the air.
Just a minute, Dayton. You can't handle a pneumatic drill like that. You're cutting in your air feed too fast.
Too fast, Mr. Trumbull?
It don't take much to jam one of those new drills and you break the bit. You see? You've got to cut in your air feed gradually. Like this. Come on, skipper. What's the matter? You're not afraid, are you?
No, Father, I'm not afraid. Gosh, I'm tired.
Tired? That was nothing. I'll give you a drink of water. That'll pep you up. There you are. You'll get so you can show every man in the plant how to do his job, just like I do. You're not tired.
Father, I hope you didn't hurt Mr. Dayton's feelings.
Why, I didn't mean to. I like Dayton. He's been with us over 30 years. But you've got to keep people up to scratch. That's the way we make money.
Father, what's money?
What is money, Brock?
Yes, what is money?
Why, gold, silver, copper, you know, coins.
Oh, yes, I know what they are. I don't mean that. I mean, what is money, after all?
What is money after all?
Yes, what can it do?
Money, Brock, can do anything.
Then why didn't it save my mother? It isn't cruel, is it?
A good thing can't be cruel.
Can't make me well and strong.
But you are well and strong.
No, I'm not. Not like you and Ann. But if I grow up...
Don't say, if I grow up, Brock. Say when I grow up.
All right, I'll say it. But how do you really know? What was Mother like?
She was very sweet and beautiful and kind.
She must have been just like you. You know what I'd like to do?
What?
I'd like to take some of Father's money he's always talking about. Build a little house with a great big garden. Just for you and me to live in.
Nobody else?
Oh, Brock, come too. You'd live with us, wouldn't you, Brock?
Why did you name him after yourself?
He's big and strong. And he never gets tired.
There lived a jolly miller once upon the river deep. He worked and sang from morn to night. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
We have gathered together to renew our allegiance to our To our honorable... No. To our honored company.
By christening.
By christening a new ship.
By christening a new ship.
Come on, Brock. By the power vested in me.
Leave him alone, Anne. He knows it all right.
Mr. Johnson, sir.
Go right ahead, Brock.
Oh, I hope I'll do it well. Father expects so much.
Well, of course you will. Now, when you get up on that platform, stand straight, look them square in the eye, and just say it, like a Trumbull.
Oh, Anne, it all seems so silly.
It isn't silly, darling. It's what we stood for 6 generations.
Anne, why can't you do it?
I couldn't do it, Brock. It's Trumball Son.
All right.
If you learn it just right, I'll read to you tonight.
Will you, Anne? Cassius Clay before the mast?
Presently, Dick, huddled up in his sou'wester in the crow's nest, spied a sail in the distance, a mere speck on the horizon. As it drew nearer, he made out a royals and a topgallants, and he knew in his heart it was the Nancy Bell out of Gloucester, bearing Cassius Clay to Liverpool.
Good night, Anne.
Good night,
Thanks
dear.
for the story. Good night, Father.
Good night, Skipper. Good night.
Good night.
Here. Haven't you forgotten something?
Oh, yes.
Bosun, has the bugler sounded taps?
Yes, sir.
Well, then pipe down all hands.
Aye, aye, sir. Pipe down all hands and let's have silence on the deck, both fore and aft.
Now then, both feet in your bunk.
Aye, aye, sir.
Vroom, 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 boom, boom, vroom, vroom, boom, boom, boom.
Oh, Father,
Yes?
I was wondering about Brock tomorrow. You don't think it'll be too much for him?
Too much for him? What do you mean?
Well, you know how tired he gets. And with the excitement and all those people. If he should forget or something, he'd feel your disappointment terribly.
Nonsense. He'll be all right. You wait and see. This is his initiation. I've got such plans for him.
Of course. I know. I only wish you'd let me help you with Brock. In other ways.
Help? You do help. We mustn't baby him, you know. He's got to learn to be a man now.
Yes, I know. But you won't be impatient with him, will you?
I won't have any reason to be.
If I were a boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure, nay, the honor, to introduce to you today, as sponsor of this mighty ship, no less a personage than Master Brock Trumball the Sixth.
Mr. Farwell, ladies and gentlemen, We have gathered together to renew our allegiance to our honored company by christening a new ship. By the privilege vested in me by my father, Brock Trumball the Fifth, I hereby christen thee St. John.
Normal boy could have pulled through this. But I'm afraid it was too great a shock for him. His heart's pretty weak. He...
Brock. It's your father. You're going to get well, Brock. You've got to get well. Do you hear me? Oh, you've never done anything for me before. Please try, Skipper. You must. Anne isn't here, Brock. I'm here. Your father.
But I want Anne.
Get Miss Trumbull, please.
Anne, is it you?
Yes, dear.
Do you hear the storm?
Yes, dear.
Do you know what it's saying? It's saying, come to me. Come to me.
No, Brock. It can't be saying that.
Did I do it all right? Didn't forget anything.
It was perfect, darling. Every word.
And I was afraid to walk across those planks. If I grow up,
When you grow up,
when or if, it doesn't matter. Tell me about the miller again.
There lived a jolly miller once upon the river deep. He worked and sang from morn till night, no lark so blithe as he. And this the burden of his song forever used to be. I care for nobody, no, not I.
Almighty God, if you had to take one, why did it have to be?
Now look, Mr. Trumbull, we can deliver those ore boats ahead of schedule by ordering from Miss Vale, and I thought...
All right, Johnson, do whatever you want.
But I wanted your okay.
You've got it. You've been with the firm for 17 years. You know what to do. We'll do it.
Very good, sir. And if Cambria underbids, I'll cable you.
No, don't cable me at all. I don't want wires, letters, or anything pertaining to business. I'm sick of it. You understand? Sick of it all. That's all, Johnson.
And I've written Miss Trevor, the principal of your school. And any expenses you might run up, I'll handle them. But you'll be careful, lassie, won't you? There's your railroad tickets and the checks for your trunks.
Thank you, Mac. Is Father all ready?
Well, I'm afraid he won't be able to go to the station. You see...
I understand, Mac. I know how busy he is.
You know, Miss Annie, your father will be gone a long time. And he's very much wrought up about the wee laddie. And I thought perhaps if there's anything you shall be needing, you'll write to me, Miss Annie, won't you? Oh, man.
I'm going now, Father.
Going? Oh, yes, of course. Well, take good care of yourself, Anne.
I will, Father.
You got your tickets?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot. You'll need some money.
No, thank you, Father. Mac attended to that.
Oh.
Father, you'll write to me, won't you? If you have time.
Yes, of course. Too bad they won't let you take the dog with you.
I'm afraid he'll get lonely without either of us.
He'll get used to that.
Oh, Father, why do I have to go to school?
Well, Anne, I should think you would want to.
Why can't I go to Europe with you?
Because I want to give you every possible advantage.
But you don't understand. I'm all you've got left. Really?
I'd better get away alone for a while.
All right, Father. But next year, maybe next year we can have some good times together.
Yes. Well, yes. Maybe next summer when you have your vacation.
Well, goodbye.
Goodbye, Anne.
New York again, Mr. Warren? Again. Check this trunk for me, will you, Tyler? Thanks. Is that so? Well, I'd certainly look into that if I were you. Oh, Miss Trumbull.
You suppose it'll take your advice?
No, I guess not. It's like human beings in that respect. You going to New York, too?
Through New York.
True. Oh, yes, of course. I heard you were sailing.
No, Father is not me. I'm going to school at Edgecliff.
Well, but then you and your father... Oh, I see.
I'm crazy to go to school. I've been home all my life, you know. No traipsing around Europe for me. It's time I was educated.
Well, while your father's away, how about my being your guardian?
Oh, I'd love it. When do you begin?
Right now. Suppose we stop by having dinner together on the train. Well, now, about dinner.
And for excellence in deportment, Miss Catherine Fenshaw. And for general excellence in all studies among first-year girls, Miss Anne Trumbull. I am sure that Edgecliff will always be proud of these young ladies.
Gee, won't your
As all
dad
the
be
parents
pleased?
who are here today to witness their daughter's success.
Did you ever see anything so grim? My knees were positively stuttering.
Anne, I want you to meet my mother and father. How do you do?
So, Mrs. Anne Trumbull, my daughter writes me more about you than about herself. I was hoping to meet your father, Miss Trumbull.
Father just got back from Europe yesterday. Will you excuse me? I'll see you later.
Anne.
Joe. Oh, Joe. Gee, I'm glad to see you.
You couldn't keep me away.
I don't know what I'd have done if you hadn't. You know, I've got so many funny things to do. Betty White got engaged to 3 men, and they all came up to see her family. And
Oh, don't, Anne, don't. You don't have to with me. I can't bear to see you unhappy. Anne, I love you. I want you to marry me.
Oh, Joe. I like you so much. Better than anyone I know. But I don't feel the way I ought to feel if I said I'd marry you. I'm so sorry.
But don't be sorry, Anne. You can't help it if you don't love me. I understand.
Maybe I will, Joe. Someday perhaps I'll feel the way I ought to feel.
I'm as patient as a monument.
I wonder if Father could have anything to do with it. He's been so much in my mind lately.
Maybe. You know more about that than I do.
He must be so lonely. And I could give him so much if he'd only let me. Oh, I know he still acts as if I didn't exist, but he's been gone a year now. And I'm sure he's going to be different.
Well, just the same, don't stake too much on it, dear. I don't want you hurt again.
I won't be hurt again. I know that this time.
You sweet kid.
I okayed the second mortgage on the plant, didn't I? You had plenty of money. You must have been asleep.
No, sir. Warren and Company just underbid us, that's all.
Warren and Company. That's what you get for itching for too much profit. I suppose Warren and Company are going to build the Sacramento.
Yes, you see,
Yes, a fine homecoming I get. Looks like Joe Warren's made a lot of monkeys out of you. And you call yourself shipbuilders. Thank our stars we can always rely on the black funnel contracts. They'll be a lifesaver this year.
I'm afraid we can't rely on them, sir.
What's that?
well, Kincaid wouldn't accept our bid without your approval. That's why we cabled you.
So they're dickering with Warren.
They're holding their final conference on it this afternoon.
Oh, they are they? Well, we'll see about that. If Kincaid and that black funnel crowd think they can throw me for a little cat's penny upstart like Joe Warren, they've got a lot to learn.
How do, Miss
Hello,
Ann?
Stephen. Didn't Father come down?
Why, no, Miss Ann, but he'll probably be home. It's after 5 o'clock.
All right.
No, sir, I consider you've been eminently fair with Trumbull Son. They've had their chance, and it's too late. Besides...
Too late for what? So, I got here just in time, didn't I, Joe?
Now, wait a minute, Trumbull, wait a minute. Warren here was just asking us to give you every consideration.
Oh, he was he? Well, I should think so. I've been building your ships ever since the Black Funnel line started, and I don't intend to stop now.
Okay with me, Brock, if you get the bid.
I've got a better one for you, Joe, if you're game.
Why not try me and see?
All right, I will. You gentlemen are building 6 liners for the South American trade this year.
Yes.
Well, I propose that Warren and I compete for the right to build those ships. No sealed bids at all, just open competition.
Along the regular lines of competitive building?
Exactly. Let Warren and me each build a ship according to your specifications. Both ships to be accepted by you if they measure up to standard. But whoever builds his ship the fastest and the cheapest will be awarded the exclusive contract of the other 4. Is that agreeable to you, gentlemen?
Eh? Well, it's all to our advantage, Trumbull, provided Mr. Warren is willing.
Well, how about you, Mr. Warren?
The specifications are the same as you outlined?
Just as you received it.
Is it a deal?
I'll start laying my keel Monday morning.
Fine. Joe, you always wanted a shot at the big money, and you're going to get it. Plenty.
Yes, I am. Well? I'm your stepmother. Don't tell me you didn't know. No, I didn't. Why, you poor kid. It's a shock, isn't it? Honestly, men are so stupid at times. When did you and Father... I met Brock in Monte Carlo last winter. We were married in Greenwich only yesterday. Oh, I could kill Brock for not telling you. It's so cruel and heartless. Suppose it's just what I ought to expect from Father. Why, Anne. Oh, I don't hold anything against you. Suppose you're a very nice woman. I can see you're beautiful and attractive. You love your father, don't you? Yes. Well, don't you think I do? Do you? Of course. Why do you think I married him? I don't know. And, dear, we mustn't start out like this. Oh, please don't think I'm just a daughter jealous of her stepmother. No, I can see it's something much deeper that's troubling you. Tell me, Anne, what is it? It's him. Your father? Yes. What about him? I wonder if you really know him. Well, perhaps not entirely, my dear. Why don't you tell me? Unless, of course, you're afraid to tell me. No, I'm not afraid. He's the most selfish, self-centered man in the world. He hasn't any affections. He hasn't any ordinary human sympathies. He only has one idea, a mania for Trumball Son. Do you suppose he loves you? All he wants from you is a son. That's all he wanted from my mother.
I was born first. A girl. No hatred for it. Ever since I can remember, I've I've been waiting for him to care for me. And now, after all these years, he turns to you. Oh, I don't mean you. I mean to a stranger. Maybe you really love him. Well, it won't do you any good. He'll never love you. He'll never love anybody but himself.
How dare you say things like that? How dare you?
Because they're the truth. The truth I've fought against believing ever since I can remember. Father, was I so wrong?
What have you got to complain about? All your life you've had the things that were denied me. Didn't your mother turn to you for comfort when she died? And Brock. It was you he called for, not me.
Don't you know why?
No, I don't.
Neither do I, dear. And I think it's very trying of Anne to act this way. But of course, it has nothing to do with me.
It makes one thing very plain. There's no place for me here now. I'm going to leave you, Father. I'm going to marry Joe Warren.
Joe Warren?
Yes. He loves me. All my life I've wanted you to love me. I've tried so hard. I've hoped so much.
All right, go ahead and marry Joe Warren. And you'll be back here begging me on your knees. I'm going to smash him if it's the last thing I ever do.
Someday, Father, you'll have nothing to smash but yourself.
Looks to me like an old-fashioned pledge fight.
Why wouldn't it be? Warren married the old man's daughter. And boy, is he burning up.
They won't do it, Brock. Not a cent more.
But I've been doing business with your bank for over 20 years. The crazy fools. I've got to have $250,000 to finish laying that keel. After it's laid, I get the second payment on the ship.
I know, Brock. I argued with them all morning, but it's no use.
Ah, tell them to go. Never mind. I'll get it someplace else.
I don't know, Brock. Most of the banks are frozen up like us just now.
I don't need banks for a little chicken feed like that. Don't worry, I'll get it. So long.
Bye, Brock.
You didn't need banks? Well, you get it.
I could mortgage the house.
Mortgage the house? Oh, you cannot do that, Brock. There's never been a mortgage on the Trumbull house since you were built.
I was only kidding, Mac. I don't need to mortgage it. I've got an ace in the hole. You wait and see. I'll have the cash money tomorrow. Hello, honey. Am I late?
You have to hurry and get dressed, darling. I've asked the Bensons to dinner.
All right. A favor for a favor. A nigh for a nigh. How would you like to lend me some money?
Everything I've got is yours, darling. $19.30.
But I'll need more than that. I want $250,000.
Brock, are you serious?
As serious as a bald owl. All I want is to borrow my wedding present to you. Every gosh darn cent of it.
Brock, what's gone wrong?
Nothing's gone wrong. I'm just temporarily in a hole. Embarrassed, I believe they call it. I've never been that way before.
I see. So it's true. You're bankrupt.
Who said I was bankrupt?
I've heard it from several people. They say you've made some terrible business blunders.
Yeah?
Yes, they say you've overreached yourself, that Joe Warren's trapped you.
Yeah? Well, honey, you shouldn't listen to pool room gossip. Now, be my little angel and write your pretty little signature to a check payable to my order for $250,000.
No.
Now, see here, Paula, I'm in dead earnest.
Please. I want to think a moment. Brock, you know I told you once in Monte Carlo that I'd gamble on anything. Well, I will, but I gamble with my head, not my heart. I'm not a plunger, I'm a born hedger.
Meaning what?
That I'm afraid you and I are through.
If you're kidding with me...
I was never more serious in my life.
Oh. I see. You think Trumbull Son are going broke, and you're going to desert the sinking ship like a rat. All right, hedge your bet. Keep your money.
And don't think I haven't earned it. I thought I knew you pretty well when I married you, but it was your daughter who really opened my eyes. And besides, you don't want a wife. All you want is somebody to bear your sons, to perpetuate your hideous Trumbull Son egomania. Well, I don't give a hoot for Trumbull Son.
You're the only one can talk back to him, and if you don't, I don't know whether. Morning, Mr. Trumbull.
Hello, Dayton. File that away, will you, Mac? It's our copy of the mortgage on the house and grounds. Now I guess we'll stay ahead of Warren. What did Dayton want?
It's the men, Brock. They're complaining about the long hours of work.
What are they kicking about? They're getting more money than they ever got in their lives.
Blasted, Brock. You can only whip a tired horse so far.
I'll quit whipping them as soon as they bore the stern tubes and put in the propeller shafts, not before.
What's the rush? You've got 5 days bulging Warren already.
Well, it's going to be a 2 weeks bulge. This horse isn't going to be satisfied to win by a neck. He's going to breeze.
Something's happened.
Stand back, you men. Stand back. Cassidy, get a stretcher. What's the matter with you men? Run over and get Doc Braden.
Keep your hands off of my boy. I'll do that.
We may as well face it. Trumball's got us licked by nearly 3 weeks.
We did our best, Mr. Warren.
Of course you did. I'm not blaming you. That old son of a gun's the best shipbuilder in America. I'm sorry for you and the boys, though. It means we've got to fold up.
That bad, Mr. Warren?
It's worse than that. Cheer up, boys. The Salvation Army will take care of us anyway. Hello. Oh, hello, dear. How are you? Me, I'm fine. Never better. What? Garden seed? Sure, I'll bring it. You wouldn't want me to write Congress, would you? They furnish garden seed free, you know. Fine, that's great. I'll be home in about half an hour.
Gielan, man, have you forgotten? Don't you realize it's the anniversary of the wee laddie's death? No. Just an old-fashioned bouquet. And a wee bit of his.
Harris says that's the finest ship of her class you ever built. Up to specifications 100% plus.
That's right, and you can launch on Friday. And just as a mark of appreciation, I'm going to ask our firm to let you name her yourself.
For what?
Oh, I'm sorry, old man. I didn't think.
Careful, they've got thorns.
See if you can find me another urn, will you, Joe?
Surely. Sorry, dear. I'm afraid that's the only one.
This will be all right.
Of course, we'll have to sell the house and get rid of the cars. In fact, we'll have to start all over again.
You think I mind that? I've had money all my life, and I never knew what happiness meant until now.
Just the same, I wish I'd beaten your father.
Oh, let Father have his victory. Leave him his money and his power. It's all he ever really wanted anyway. He's perfectly happy.
Then you don't mind about him anymore?
No. I'm reconciled to it because I've something so much better. Even you don't know how much better. Father's a closed book in my life now. And I'm so happy with you, I don't care if it's ever opened again.
Money is power.
But what can it do?
Money. Money can do anything.
Can make me well and strong. What is money, after all?
Knock out those shores. You hear what I say? Knock out those shores.
But, Mr. Trumbull, she isn't ready, sir.
I know that. Start swinging that ram, will you?
But you can't. She's liable to slide down.
Oh, I can, can't I? Will you do what I tell you? All right. Come on, boys.
Stop it, you guys. I don't care what he says. The man's gone nuts, I tell you. Stop it, Andrews.
Nuts or not, I ain't gonna lose my job.
He's up to superintendent's house. Tell him Trumball's trying to launch the ship. What's going on here? That's it, Andrews. Lay down that ram.
Mr. Trumball's orders.
I don't care who gave you the order. You're going crazy?
No, I'm getting sane for the first time in my life.
But it'll mean the end of Trumball Son. Well, the whole works to Warren and Company.
Well, maybe I know that too.
Well, I don't care who you are. I'm not going to let you do it.
No.
Stop him! Don't let him get to that trigger room!
Trumbull, go crazy. Don't let him get to that valve.
But we're not going to leave you to do it.
No.
Look out, boy! Here she comes!
What? Yes. I got it. Right. Oh, Anne. It's your father.
Father?
Come, dear, we've got to go.
Father.
Now then, Skipper, this is what we call a triple screw, because it has 3 propellers. 1, 2, 3. But I suppose by the time you grow up to be a great big girl, ships will be flying through the air. And if they do, Warren, Trumball and Son will build them. That's it. Here, what are you doing? Submarines are supposed to go down, but they're supposed to go down under the water.